So far you have learned how to obtain the solutions of linear equations in two variables algebraically. Now let us look at their geometric representation. Well, you know such equations will have infinitely many solutions for x and y. So let's see how will we plot them on a graph paper. For that you need to know what are Cartesian planes, or you can say the coordinate axis. Recall what are they? If we have a point, say P, that is 6, 0, how do you read it? Well, a point which is located in the xth column and the yth row on a graph paper is denoted as Px, y. So if we have a point, say P, that is 6, 0, you can say that this point lies in the 6th column and 0th row respectively on the x-axis and y-axis. So you know what are these points and how they are plotted on a graph paper. So if I want to plot this equation on a graph paper, what I need to have? I need to have some x and y values so that I can plot them on a graph paper. So now let us find out some x and y values for this equation. Here, if we take x as 0, suppose we substitute x for 0, how can we find out y? For that, let us first make y the subject of this equation. You know how to make this a subject? First of all, take x that side. You are left with 2y is equal to 6 minus x. Right? Now, how can we find out y only? What do you need to do? You have to put the coefficient of y as 1. So 2 will go that side. So you get y is 6 minus x by 2. So now if I put any value for x, I'll get the subsequent value for y putting in this equation. So let's take the first value as 0. Whatever values we'll get, we'll write this in the form of a table so that it is convenient for us to look at them. So if x is 0, what will be y? Substitute 0 for x. Y will be 6 minus 0 by 2. Right? Now solve this. What do you get? 6 minus 0 is 6 and 6 by 2 is 3. So if x is 0, y comes to 3. Now let us substitute another value in place of x. Let us take the value as 2. Well, you can try out with different values. We are taking these numbers randomly. Let us take 2. What will you get? Well, you could say after 0, why will I take 2? I could take 1. Well, if you do it mentally, you will see 6 minus 1 will give you 5 and 5 by 2 will give you a decimal number, that is 2.5. And it is difficult to plot a decimal number on a graph paper. It is not impossible, but then it will not look clean. So we will take such numbers which will give you whole numbers for x and y. So here we take 2 as x. So what do we get? 6 minus 2 is 4. So 4 by 2 will give you 2. So when x is 2, y is also 2. Now let's take the next value as 4. Substitute in place of x. Again, if you had taken 3, you would get a decimal number. So we are trying to get whole numbers in place of x and y. 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 by 2 we get 1. So when x is 4, y is 1. Similarly, we take 6 in place of x. We get 6 minus 6, that is 0, and 0 by 2 we get 0. 0 by anything is 0, so y is also 0. Well, you can get infinitely many solutions for this equation if I go on taking such values. So let's stop here. For many other values of x, you will get the subsequent values of y. So if I write them in the form of x comma y, that is in the point we have to place on the graph paper. What do you get? 0 comma 3, 2 comma 2, 4 comma y, 6 comma 0. You know that x coordinate is placed first and then the y coordinate. Now we have got the coordinates we have to place on the graph paper. Let's place them. You see, this is the graph paper and we have got 4 points that we have to plot on the graph paper. Do you remember how do we plot points on a graph paper? There we have the x-axis and the y-axis, and the point which where both the intersect is called 0, that is origin. So this is the point where x and y axis both are 0. So this is called the origin. We have the x axis plotted with the numbers and the y axis. And you know what are quadrants? You can recall them. Now we are having these 4 points to plot. Let's start plotting them. First of all, we have 0, 3. That means x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is 3. See, x coordinate is 0, so that means it will lie on this line itself, and y coordinate is 3. So 1, 2, 3. We get this point. So we have plotted 0, 3 here. Now let's plot 2, 2. 2, 2. That is 2 on the x-axis and 2 on the y-axis. We get this. Similarly, we have 4, 1. So 4 and 1 on the y-axis. So we get 4, 1. The last one is there, 6, 0. That means x coordinate is 6 and y coordinate is 0. So it will lie on the x-axis. So this is 6, 0. You can see we have plotted all the 4 points correctly. Well, let's join these points and let's see what do we get. When we join these points, we get a straight line. You can see that. For your convenience, we have named these points as P, Q, R and S respectively, and this line joining them has been named as AB. So AB is the line joining the points P, Q, R and S which we had obtained from the equation. Well, what can you see from this line? Isn't it a straight line? You can see all these points are falling on a straight line. Well, this is what we have to learn from here. Whenever we plot an equation on a graph, it will always be a straight line. So this line can be named as x plus 2y is equal to 6. So we can say that this equation is represented by the line AB. So now you know how to plot an equation on a graph. This is how we have plotted this equation on this graph. So this line shows that this line AB represents the equation x plus 2y is equal to 6. Now let us notice one more thing. Do you see that this line also touches other points as well? Well, for example, this point. This is also lying on this line. Or if we look at this side, you can say this point. This is also lying on this line. Well, let's name these points. Can you tell me the coordinates of these 2 points? You can see x coordinate is -2 and y coordinate is 4. Similarly here, x coordinate is 8 and y coordinate is -1. So these 2 points, they are also lying on this line. Does it have a meaning? Well, let's see. If these 2 points, they are lying on that line, maybe it can happen that they also satisfy this equation, because we know that such equations will have infinitely many solutions. So maybe those points which we discovered that were lying on that line AB may be the solutions of this. Let's check. Let's check the first one where x is -2. Let's see we get y as 4 or not. 6 minus -2. Here we are taking x as -2 by 2. What do you get? 6 minus -2, that is 6 plus 2, 8 by 2. You get 4. So that means -2, 4. This point also satisfies this equation. That is why it is lying on that line. Check for 8, -1. Do it yourself. 6 minus x. So 6 minus 8 by 2. What do you get? 6 minus 8 is -2 by 2. We get -1. See, this is what we have the y coordinate here. So again you can say that -2, 4, this point, and 8, -1. These 2 points, they lie on that straight line AB, and also they satisfy this equation. That means whatever solutions we get from this equation will lie on that same straight line. So all the solutions of an equation like this will lie on a same straight line when they are plotted on a graph paper. Well, does that mean that if any point does not lie on that straight line, what about that point? Then it may not be the solution of this equation? Well, let's check. We know that these 4 points, they lie on this straight line. Even we have discovered 2 more, which were this -2, 4 and 8, -1. Well, let's take any point on the outside of this line or anywhere in the graph paper which does not lie on this straight line. Let's take the point, say 8, 5. Where does 8, 5 lie? 8, 5 on the y-axis here. This point. Well, this point does not lie on the straight line. Does that mean that it will not satisfy the solution for this equation? Check. We have to check for 8, 5. We should get y as 5 if x is 8. Well, we aren't getting y as 5. We are getting it as -1. That means if x is 8 and y is -1, only then it will lie on that same straight line. But here 8, 5 does not lie on that straight line. That means it will not satisfy for the solution of this equation. So what can you conclude? You can conclude that whatever solutions are there for an equation, when plotted on a graph paper, they will always lie on the same straight line. So let us summarize. X plus 2y is equal to 6. If this is an equation, let's name this equation as equation 1. Then every point whose coordinates satisfy equation 1 lies on the line AB. Just now we have seen. Every point A, B on the line AB gives a solution x is equal to A and y is equal to B of the equation 1. Just now we have seen that for the example 8, -1. That was on the line AB. It gave us a solution for x is 8 and y was -1. Now any point which does not lie on the line AB, for example 8, 5, which did not lie on the line AB but it was somewhere on the graph paper, is not a solution of the equation 1. So now you know how to plot equations on a graph paper. Can you draw the graph of this equation? Y is equal to 4x minus 1. Well, whenever we had an equation, we always made y as the subject. Here it is easy. Already y is given as the subject of this equation. So find out the coordinates that we have to plot on the graph paper yourself. Well, every time you do not need 4 or 5 coordinates to plot a line. You can do that with 2 or 3 coordinates only. So let's find out at least 3 coordinates to draw a straight line. Let's substitute x as 0. Let's see what do we get for y. So that means when x is 0, y will be -1 for this equation. Let's take 1 in place of x. 4 into 1, 4, -1 gives us 3. So when x is 1, we get y as 3 for this equation. Similarly, let's take 2. 4 into 2, 8, -1 gives us 7. So when x is 2, you can take 7 as the y coordinate for this equation. Well, this will go on continuing, but to draw a straight line, or you can say to draw an equation on a graph, 3 coordinates are enough. So we will plot these coordinates 0, -1, 1, 3 and 2, 7 on the graph paper. Let's do it. 0, -1, 0 and -1 on the y-axis. So we get this. Then 1, 3, 1 on the x-axis and 3 on the y-axis. And 2, 7, that means 2 on the x-axis and 7 on the y-axis. This. Let us name these points. We have named these points as A, B and C. You can see that again this is a straight line. So our thing is proved here that if there are 3 solutions or more than 3 solutions, obviously of an equation, and we plot any 3 solutions on a graph paper, they will always lie on a same straight line. Well, again you can say that the points on these lines, they also satisfy the solution y is equal to 4x minus 1. That is the equation of this line. And if you can say that any point that does not lie on this straight line is not a solution of this equation. Well, we have got an information that this point lies on this line. Somewhere on this line there is a point named as 1.5 comma k. That means x coordinate is 1.5 and y coordinate is k. We do not know the y coordinate, but we know that this point lies somewhere on this line. This is sure. Can you find out the value of k? Do it yourself. Well, let's try to locate 1.5 comma k on this line. We know that the x coordinate is 1.5. Let's see where is 1.5, 1 and 5 units here. So let's make a dotted line to where? To the point till it touches this line. See, we have made a point here. So this is the point where the x coordinate is 1.5 and it touches this line. Now you know that this point has to lie on this line. This is sure. We have that information. Now if x coordinate is this, y coordinate needs to be this part. This. So we found out the y coordinate of this point, that is 5. So this point is actually 1.5 comma 5. So what is the value of k? The value of k is 5. So in this way you can find any point on this line with the coordinates given or with missing coordinates. You can locate that.